Football, our free-to-play road to glory. Just before we get into it, I will give you all a fucking second to like the video and subscribe. So just go and do that now. We done? Great. Okay. Today, we're not going to be playing any games. So if that's what you was expecting, then you might as well click off now. But we are going to be bolstering the team. As you can see, our team is shit. Frustratingly shit, as I just played a legendary game against Atletico and lost 6-0. Because all they did the whole game was cross it in, and every single time, one of these two defenders was on the end of it, and as they have no traits, absolutely no ability, they continuously lost that interaction and conceded goals. Because again, keeper shit. So it was fucked, right? It was fucked. It was frustrating, but all we're going to do now is accept our rewards. And then hopefully try and get a bit more involved, have a bit more going for us. Fingers crossed, because honestly, I need the money. I need this going on for me. Genuinely, this is not good. Challenge event matches. Which ones are these? Only the penalty shootout. Okay. It's good money. 18 games. Oh, just 18 goals in European clubs. Realistically, that's very easy, which is fantastic. Good money. What I didn't want to do is accept all these whilst not online, because I don't want to be skipping things. I don't want anyone to be just watching and go, oh wow, all of a sudden he's just appeared with a lot of money in a good team. How's he done that? So this is all the rewards that I've been doing by completing. I will show you in a second. Yeah, we'll go and look at him in a sec. I've completed 2 events so far. Just started the Spanish club one. The Japanese club one, we're not earning enough per game to do it. And before I started accepting the rewards, I literally had 1,000 GP left. So I couldn't buy any more team to fit on the bench or anything. Obviously I spent my money for the other 2. So I think what we'll do, I may actually just play one game. But it all depends how long it takes me to build the team, really, doesn't it? We have a play. Do we not have a Player of the Week selection? Has the Player of the Week disappeared now? Have we missed out on that? That's quite sucky. I think we missed out on it, didn't we? No, it was in the Japanese club. Never mind. Who is this? We're not going to watch it all. We know it's not going to be anyone good from these packs. Yeah, a tall centre half. Not great, is he? Let's be honest. Not great. 27 levels is good. Obviously, he'll finish with like 90 finishing and 90 heading, but if he hasn't got 90s in kicking power and all of that, there's no first time shot, no one touch pass, so he's not the greatest player to have. We haven't missed the new team of the week. Okay. I think we start from the back. We get our defenders. I'm not going to spend big money on a goalkeeper because there's no point in spending big money on a goalkeeper. I kind of made the mistake of buying Mbappe first time, spending all my money on him. As I also looked back at my other account, which when I bought the Mbappe for eFootball 23, it turns out this Mbappe is a massive downgrade for tight possession, and I think balance and stamina is a lot lower. I think finishing was lower. Like quite a lot of big stats. My Mbappe in eFootball 23 has literally 99 speed, finishing, attacking awareness, not 99, sorry, has 90 plus on all of those and 90 plus on all the dribbling stats. But tight possession has been downgraded so much. If I was to try and add 90 onto all three of those dribbling skills, it just, nothing happens. But 83 is still reasonable, because I always feel like when it comes down to stats, every 5 stats there is an increase in player ability in game. So I think now, straight off the bat, we're going to spin him back over there, and we're going to buy some players. We have 400k right off the bat. First thing I'm going to do, I'm not buying a centre back just yet, hold on, is buy Wan-Bissaka. I think that's what we're going to do. As it's like, I'd like Kyle Walker, but I don't know. I feel like this is kind of an opportunity for me, since this is obviously a second account, to try certain players that people rave on about and people recommend. And Wan-Bissaka is someone who everyone recommends. And for 47k, as an out-and-out defensive right-back, you can't ask for much more. Yeah, standard form. But 37 levels, when he's already got them base stats, is very good. Centre-backs. I also need to try and make sure I save myself like 50k or so to make sure that I can afford. Centre-backs are expensive, aren't they? Deary me. I originally came into this going, yep, I know who I'm buying. But things have changed quite quickly when I realise how expensive they are. Timber, I think 70k. I think we kind of have to go for him. Just as I think if we genuinely put skills onto him for aerial superiority and things like that, I think he could be alright. If he's anything like his card last year, I haven't compared the two. But we buy him because he's got potential, as you see, to be very quick and a very good defender. And I feel like the end game, that's what it's about. You need the skills, but you also need the pace as a centre-back, because the amount of times I see just... Who have I got? Arejo to literally just loses his position, as he doesn't have good acceleration, so he's not good at tracking back when he gets found in a bad position. Like, it really messes him up. I think that's it for cheap, really, isn't there? But there's no real chance we're going to be able to get another quality, cheaper centre-back. I do like the idea of Kurt Zuma, but he just doesn't have the player skills, does he? In a perfect world, we'd find someone cheap. Kalulu, honestly, it's one of them. Like, if they ain't got the player skills, I'll tell you what then. Let's just look for people with the player skills that we need. There's no point in buying players without player skills, as you're going to have to make up for it at some point. And then that becomes the problem. We can have this. Let's try all of them. And then we'll scroll down. Oh, this is it. 28 of them. Okay. And now pretty much my idea is to go around and just look for the fastest one with the best base stats. 180. Build up defender. Not really worth it. I feel like players like this Lustenberger, because he can also play in defensive mid and central midfield, they've kind of balanced his stats out more. So it's given him a higher overall to what he actually should have, which is disappointing, because you look at him and you go, oh, he might have a bit of potential, but no. He does have everything. but he just doesn't have the great base stats. If he had like 40 levels, I think I'd consider him. He looks like he has potential to be quick and everything, but it's... I don't know. It's not worth it. But this is really the gist of this episode. We're going to try and progress for a stronger team. So at least my defence can do what defenders are supposed to do and win the headers. Because genuinely, I think they might have scored 3 or 4 goals from crosses. Because all they do is cross the ball in. Which is fair enough. You've got more pace than my fullbacks. So, of course, you're going to outpace them. And considering they're constantly being left out of position due to their lack of pace on the wides, it's frustrating. And I was watching it and it angers me. 180, small, destroyer, 30k. He looks like a bit of potential though. I'll give him that. Was it unwavering form? He's got all the abilities you need. Obviously no aerial threat or anything, but we've got Timber now. Chiellini, sadly, we know he's not going to be quick enough. But now we're back up to the expensive defenders. It might be worth me just buying Kunde and getting it over and done with, but I don't. For do that, I'm already left with 120k. We will come back. I think we now need Kante. 100% going to buy Kante. Is he a defensive mid on this game? I have already forgotten. Yes. I don't care what anyone says or what anything says about anything. Kante is being bought. No hesitation. Fantastic. He just dominates that midfield. Absolutely dominates it. We are now in need of an anchorman. And we are done for our midfield. As I do have a box-to-box replacement. We could do with 2 anchormen, couldn't we? I'll tell you what then. We're going to go down and get our... wherever he is. Kamara. Because although his base stats are awful, you can get all of his defending up to 90s. His speed up to 70, which isn't great, but you know what? It's better than nothing. And his dribbling and one-touch pass, yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. Worst case scenario as well, we can actually play him as centre-back. He could be one of our baseline centre-backs for a bit. And we could just buy our substitute defensive midfielder. Well, he will end up being our substitute, but use him as a centre-back and try... we will just get an anchorman, and that is all. Keep pressing the wrong one. Where we just bolster up the team and we jump into a game, and that is it. I think that's the idea. Barrios, again, a lot of people recommend, and to be honest, he's great, but it's his aerial and then his lack of pace. Like, if he was small and quick, it's a different story. Do you know what I mean? If he's got a little bit of pace to him, that could end up building quite well, then maybe, but it's not really worth it. Zakaria, anchorman, very tall, interception, man marking, blocker, fighting spirit, one-touch pass. Good baseline of pace. Good amount of levels. Not really the best, like, you're looking at putting 18 levels into him to get his defending up to 90, which will be most of his points. He isn't going to have any stamina. He's going to have... oh, dear. It's a shame because he's very close to being a good card. Trying to just go through and... I think, again, we can't expect 400k to build us a whole team, so I might just have to sit patiently. And maybe start Kamara in the centre-back position, because now our defence is done. We'll get to it. We'll figure it out. We've done I don't think we need any more central midfielders. I think we're actually good. Barella is someone who I would like to look at some point. How's Rabiot? Shit this year. Okay. I weirdly want to try Paul Pogba. Like, he's got good skills as an attacking midfielder. Not really a great box-to-box. Not very good levels. But I don't know. He does interest me. Maybe when we're a bit more comfortable. I suppose eventually it hits a point where it's pointless you buying shit players just to try them out. Because there's no use for them. I don't think there's a point in us looking anymore. The rest of them aren't going to be any good. I'm just looking for any names that might just pop out at me. No. That's fine. Attacking midfielders. How much is... Fuck. Too much. Nkunku. Too much. Deary me. Fuck. Fuck. They're too expensive. Shit. Okay. Maybe. A bit of a pickle. I'm just going to take a quick run through the wides. On the off chance that a name comes out. It can be played in certain positions. You can only play wingers, yeah. Good card, though, for a winger. If anyone actually plays wide back. Like, it's wide back. If anyone plays a winger position. He's an okay card. For 100k? No, never mind. I'll take it back. Don't use him. Literally just buy Cuadrado. Like, you're saving 50k on him. Some people do. I have heard people talk good about him. But again, only winger. It's very interesting. If there is anyone you could recommend, anyone you want me to try out, let me know in the comments. Visca, again, if he wasn't a solely wide back player, I would use him. I did have him on my other team, and he's a bit of a gem. Really, very good player. Plays very well. Plays very nimble on the pitch. Vinny, I would like to buy Vinny at one point during this playthrough, but again, it's money. Money when you begin with, you're spending 100k on each player. You're spending like close to 2 million just on your first team. I kind of also would like to try a Rashford. Just because I feel like in game he'd be quite good on the ball. Surely. And he's got good kicking power as a baseline for defending, for being a striker. Good pace as a baseline for being a striker. If he was to up his pace up to 90 and his speed up to 90. Over 80 attacking awareness, which is alright. We can get it up to 83, which would be 85 when we get our good manager, which is good. Finishing can be okay. I would like to try him. Definitely not buying Son again. Son was awful. Awful. Standard Diaby. How much was he? 100k? No chance is he worth it. I have an upgraded version, and all he is someone who can run and dribble, and that is it. Nico Williams. They're just missing a few traits for me. One-touch pass in the midfield, I feel like, is so much more important than it should be. Like, it's not even about tiki-taka or anything like that. You just end up using it on a quick counter, and this game's all about quick countering, especially when you're against very, very solid players, very solid teams. Doku, again, man, give them a bit more versatility. Let them be played somewhere else other than the wings. Super sub. Bailey. It's just not worth it, man. Disappointing. Okay. Wingers are shit. We move on from there. Now, the big money comes from, obviously, the strikers. Were there any strikers that I looked at that I would have liked to have tried? Don't think so. Pretty much done for strikers as well anyway. Inaki Williams, we know he's a quick boy. First time shot. Outside curler. Having at least one player skill where it affects your shooting is great. Like, just one. Outside curler for me, he's like underrated. But again, he's just going to be a pace holder, isn't he? He's not going to be anything special. He's not going to have fantastic dribbling. Looks like this year they really got rid of... That sounded like I just spoke with some sort of impediment. Really struggling. Fuck you. Right. No. I was quite tempted to look at Highland. I think. Good baseline for pace. So he looks like he could be quick and tall. He's got no aerial superiority. Like, that's the problem. If he had aerial superiority, honestly, I would have considered him. Classic Muriel. Inconsistent. What a shame. Super sub? We can't be having too many inconsistent players on the bench, or else they're all going to be out of form, you know, on the same game, and it's going to really fuck us over. We can't be risking it. Jamie. Standard form. That's a shame. Genuine shame. He's literally an English legend. Like, that's mental. But he does look like he's... I mean, he's got his main ability where he's going to be able to run, put himself in a good position, and finish. He's not really going to be able to dribble or anything like that. But he's got one-touch pass, so you don't really need him to dribble. He can just get the ball away. Very, very tempting. But I don't think we need two super sub strikers. That's my issue. I think before we start, we're going to add Bellingham in. I have done the 15 games. I do think Bellingham most likely will be in either the team of the week or the team of the month in the next week or two again anyway, just because his performance for Real Madrid the other day against Barcelona was fantastic. But this one is a good baseline for a card. So even if we don't manage to get another upgrade, he is... I think he's Division 1. I hope and pray he's Division 1 worthy. Now, we also have Delete. I completely forgot. We'll try standard Delete, I think. They're both super slow. But Delete has a bit more about him. Beautiful. Wan-Bissaka. Beautiful. Kamara. Bench him. I think that's how I usually do it. Kante. Bench him. Do need to look at goal. We've got a lot of attackers. A lot of fucking wingers as well, which is just frustrating. That's it. Yep. Coutinho. Just a winger. There's no real point in focusing on wingers. Shit target, man. It's a shame. It's a fucking shame. But that's now our team. It's a lot better. I'd probably say This is how I'd personally have it. Yeah. Spinazzola's definitely someone I want to replace. I'm looking at his base stats and I'm just thinking he's woeful. He has no player skills to be a defender. And again, quite often in those games, he was the one who was allowing them crosses to come through. So I think what we do is we replace him. And then we just have to sadly start saving up for our big players. But now the same conversation goes. Which fucking fullback do we get? I can afford a Robertson straight off the bat. But I did want to have around 50k sitting there. But he does have weighted pass. Does have fighting spirit. He's a potential captain. You can definitely build him with a lot of pace. He's not going to be an amazing defensive player. But he does also have the skills to be an amazing defensive player. Mendy is the same. He's going to be okay. Standard form. No player skills. Jordi Alba. I've come against him a couple of times, and for some reason he can defend really well. And he has 0 player skills to defend, apart from interception. I have no idea how or why, but he just can. Interception, sliding tackle. Nuno Mendes can also play centre-back. Quite a versatile card. It's a shame he's, again, no player skills and no defending. I feel like I go through this same fucking thing with left-backs. I ain't doing it again. Do we buy standard Luke Shaw? In my head we do, because I've used him. I've tested him. He isn't getting good pace though. He's got 35 levels. He might get good pace. This is a better... I think we go for... I think we have to. He's betting starting stats for pace. Jumping, physical contact, balance and stamina. More stamina, less balance, but better jumping and physical contact. Passing and dribbling on a fullback. As long as he can get the ball out, it's kind of irrelevant. In his attacking, I think as an attacking one, he's kind of wasted. Because we're never going to use him for crossing and stuff. Through passing is great. Fighting spirit. He has everything you could want. He has everything you could want as a centre-back. Do you know what I mean? Besides the aerial threat. 33 levels. We're going to take our pick. Not pick Luke Shaw. I feel bad for, because very biased towards my English players. I think we're done. Weirdly a good card. Fair play. Weirdly a good card. Okay. That's good though, because Spinazzola's now our first substitute. And he's somewhat of a versatile player as well, so... We now need to fuck you off. Where are we? If I scroll past him? Where are you? There you are. Nope. Lovely. What a good start. Expensive centre-backs, expensive goalkeeper, expensive full-backs now, an expensive midfielder, most likely another expensive midfielder, and then an expensive striker, or 2. So we're looking at having to save up another mil, to be honest. Few more rewards. I'm just hoping now the team will play better simply because everyone's got player skills. Hopefully. How much money do we have left? How much are the goalkeepers? I mean, definitely not, I was going to say. Yeah, definitely not going to be 100k. Okay. I am 100% going for Neuer this time over Courtois. Plus, it saves me 100k. And Oblak. Not Oblak. To Stegen. Those are the two that I'm going for. Yeah, kind of have to. Unless someone pulls out with very good base stats with a high amount of levels. This high up, I doubt it. Ederson. It's a shame, because if he had a few more levels, again, he'd be quite good. Sommer. Big height on him as well. 24 levels. No jumping, no. See, this is weirdly a good card. Like, sort of. He'll get aces in the jumping. It's his awareness, though, that lets him down, isn't it? Someone like Chesney? No. Okay, okay. We're looking for a Ramsdale? No chance. Okay. I think we're done. I think we know that the goalkeepers we want to strive for. We know the players we need to earn. I think quite simply now. Yeah, I think we just have to jump into a game and hope that the goalkeeper at least pulls off one save. Fighting Spirit's just a stamina thing though, isn't it? Kind of useless on a goalkeeper. Perrin used to have good, reflexes. Patricio? Oh, wow. Hugo? He must have good diving. My God, he used to be such a spider. Like, such a genuine spider. And also, his height cannot be right. I swear he's tiny. 188 sounds tall. Okay. There's no point in carrying on wasting time. It's probably already been it's been half an hour. Jesus Christ. Okay, we ain't going to play a game this episode. I'm probably just going to end this episode here with our team at what it is. We've got some good, definitely some good positions now. And now I think what I'll do is I will record another video where maybe I play 1 or 2 games on Legend difficulty just to have a look. Or I might just play one and AI with the other. And just kind of talk over it and just see how the players play. See the potential of the team. I think that's what we'll do. Okie dokie, we're done. It's finished. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to like. Maybe comment down below what you want to see, who you want me to buy. If you want me to do another series or play any other specific games, I am on the PlayStation 5. I do have the PlayStation 5 membership, so anything on there you want me to try especially, I can do it because it's all free. Fuck it. Like the video. See you later.